Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Luna in for Nadine Woodward. City workers pulled a bucket of needles, hundreds of pounds of trash, and spare bike parts out of a large homeless camp near the riverbank this morning, right under Kendall Yards. Our Hawk Hammer working for you this evening. And Hawk, this was a conclusion of a week's worth of work by the city and a lot of phone calls from the public.
That is certainly the case, Aaron. The notices for the camp we're talking about here went up early last week. This after a ton of calls from area residents. Those calls to 311, that's the city's homeless hotline phone number. This is what it takes to clean up a homeless encampment hidden just under Kendall Yards. A full crew, a sled to hold the hundreds of pounds worth of refuse, and a strong cable to yank it all up. A mess, a threat to public safety, now removed.
There were large quantities of human feces, campfires, campfire pits, other things that, are dangerous to the public.
Like these, 2 containers. You can see they're filled with needles. That wasn't all that was cleaned up, though. Captain Dan Torok with the Spokane Police Department says there were lots of bike parts.
Forks, frames, cranks, pedals down there. Were they stolen? I don't know. Could I speculate?
Likely, he says. It's an ongoing battle for the police department during the summer, responding to encampment reports, especially ones like these.
A male defecating in the open. I mean, this is visible to runners. You have to avoid where you're walking so you don't step in human feces. There's something just not quite right about that.
So we asked, what's being done? Right now, patrols, outreach, and constant cleanups. They've cleaned more than 250 camps this year alone, and they rely on 311 reports to find them. But he acknowledges nothing cleanup-wise will happen overnight. There's simply not the manpower.
Our response to it is slow. And the unfortunate reality is, with the amount of resource officers that I have, they need to balance their priorities.